I live by myself in an apartment. I live on the second floor of what I would say is a pretty standard apartment building. There's 4 floors total, and the building is very long, with straight hallways on each floor. It's fairly close to the city, maybe like 10 minutes away, and in a decently populated area. I've lived here for about 2 years now, and I like it a lot. But there's one thing that happened several months ago that made me question moving. It was an ordinary night, and I was home alone. My apartment has 1 bedroom, and then a living room, kitchen, and bathroom. I was in the living room, sitting on my couch and watching TV. I don't remember the time, but it was a little bit later at night, probably after 10 p.m. I had only gotten home from work about an hour earlier. As I was sitting there, watching TV, I heard some noises. I thought that it was coming from my next-door neighbor's apartment. That's what I assumed, and I didn't pay it much thought. Some time went by, maybe like 30 minutes. Out of nowhere, though, I had a really weird feeling. It's hard to describe, but I suddenly became uncomfortable and started to look around. When I looked over my shoulder, I saw my bedroom doorway that was only about 5 feet away. There was a man sticking his head around the corner of the doorway, looking right at me. We made eye contact, just for a split second, before he quickly ducked back around the corner. I got up from the couch and in a panic, ran directly out of my apartment. I couldn't believe what was going on. Some random guy was in my apartment. After getting out into my hallway, I didn't really know what to do. I wanted to call the police, but soon realized that I left my phone inside on the couch. I thought about driving away, but I had also left my keys on the counter. Not knowing what else I could do, there was one person who lived in my building that I was friendly with. It was a woman named Courtney who lived down the hallway. I went to her door and knocked. Unfortunately, she didn't answer. She was probably sleeping because it was pretty late at that time. That's when I decided to try to go back into my apartment just to get my phone and keys. Maybe the guy either left or was hiding, or maybe I had just imagined the whole thing. It all happened so fast, I was even questioning myself if I really saw it. I felt like I was going crazy. I mean, I didn't know how on earth this guy would even get in. My apartment door was always locked, and I didn't think I forgot to lock it that day or anything. When I got back to my door, I finally got up the nerve and I opened it. My plan was to quickly run to the couch, grab my phone, and then run back to the door. On the way there, grab my keys right up off the counter. It would probably take me less than 10 seconds total. However, when I opened up the door, the first thing that I saw was the man standing in my living room and facing me. I shut the door just about as fast as I had opened it and sprinted away. I ran down the hallway and to the stairs, and then ran downstairs until I made it to the first floor. Then I left the building. I couldn't get to my car because I didn't have my keys, so I walked out to the sidewalk that went along the road. I walked along that road until I saw a gas station that was open. When I got there, I went inside and asked the clerk to call the police. Then I waited until they arrived. When they got there, we went back to my apartment. But when we got there, the man was gone. They searched all around the building and in my place. He had stolen my laptop, my wallet, and a couple of other things. My phone was still there, but probably only because it had fallen between the couch cushions and he didn't see it. I'm not sure if the man was ever found. My best guess to how he got in was by somehow getting onto my balcony. I had a small balcony, and it would be difficult, but not impossible, to get to it from the ground level. The door to the balcony was closed, but I never locked it. He must have entered there when I was at work. I didn't really think that anybody would get to it from outside. Since that experience, everything has been good. I haven't had any break-ins or attempted break-ins. I got a new laptop and credit cards. But I still wonder how that man chose to go into my place. Did he watch me before or something? I don't know, but I will never forget seeing him that night.